Once again, you are welcome to our channel. Please note all Bible verses are from KJV. God bless you. Today we are examining the issue of forgiveness. What impact does unforgiveness play in one's life? See it this way: anyone you do not forgive is a prisoner in your mind, a POW from a battle in the past you really thought you won. But did you? The unfortunate thing is that keeping a prisoner isn't exactly cheap. It is costly. This POW of your own making feeds off you as a parasite. Firstly, you have to ensure on a daily basis that the POW has not escaped, still securely locked behind bars. Secondly, no matter how mean you are, you still have to feed the POW sometimes, from your own resources. To hold a POW literally means the battle was not over. You will continue to use your resources, wasting your emotional energy to keep all this going. Quite exhausting, if you think about it. Thirdly, if you ever run into this POW in reality, outside of the prison in your mind, you will feel something ugly, something emotionally negative, a hurt, pain, palpitation, anger, or even headache. You wake up in the night and remember the offense, and you start tossing and turning for hours, while the offender is sound asleep in their home. In the real sense, who is controlling who? Lastly, if you have to pray, be assured, you are wasting your prayers. God isn't listening. Mark 11 verses 25 to 26. And when ye stand praying, forgive, if ye have aught against any, that your Father also which is in heaven may forgive you your trespasses. But if ye do not forgive, neither will your Father which is in heaven forgive your trespasses. So, as you hold someone captive in unforgiveness, heaven places a ban on all your prayers. The one who does not forgive has more to lose than the offender. The offender you thought is your POW is actually your puppeteer and master and is freer than you. It is therefore for your own good and health to forgive. Now, how do we go about this biblically? Firstly, understand that you will be offended. Some offenses arise out of people's perspective and are thus subjective. For instance, saying hello to someone who refused to return the pleasantry really is subjective. What if you were not heard? What if the individual was having a bad day and lost in their own minds? Removing subjectiveness, be sure offenses will come as long as you live and interact with humans. Jesus said in Matthew 18 verse 7, "Woe unto the world because of offenses, for it must needs be that offenses come, but woe to that man by whom the offense cometh." Secondly, understand when real offense is completed. Jesus said in the latter part of Matthew 18 verse 7, "But woe to that man by whom the offense cometh." The offender carries the greatest burden. Heaven castigates the offender. Then, why do you want to be dragged down by the offender? Allow them to make you an enemy. You decide to live joyfully in their presence and watch their brains explode. Thirdly, seek peace with them. Matthew 5 verse 9, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God." If they belong to the same family or gathering, then follow the steps in Matthew 18 verses 15 to 17 as matured adults, starting from going to have a private conversation with the offender. Not by first going on social media to announce, if they apologize, then you reconcile. If not, they are regarded as sinners. Fourthly, not everyone will apologize for the offense and hurt they caused you. Either they are just arrogant and obstinate and will never say sorry, or they are unable to apologize for various reasons, including they are deceased. Imagine still being controlled by a dead individual. Mark 2:5. When Jesus saw their faith, he said unto the sick of the palsy, "Son, thy sins be forgiven thee." We see Jesus forgiving this poor man even before the man started praying. See forgive as forgive, a giving or a gift, up front, to the undeserving. Before they say sorry, you already said it for them. Even if they don't say sorry, they still have that gift from you. Learn to gift forgiveness to the arrogant and obstinate, as well as to the repentant. Just as you gift $1 to the homeless on the street, expecting nothing back. You do that out of kindness to the homeless and gratitude to God because your situation is better. Remember, when we forgive, we do not exonerate the offender of their wrongdoing. Rather, we free ourselves from the burden of harboring negativity. We decide to rise above the pain and hurt, to cultivate peace and harmony within ourselves. And how often do we forgive? 70 times 7, Jesus said in Matthew 18, verse 22. That is about 20 forgiveness per hour, even if you are keeping a journal of offenses. Do yourself a favor. Freely forgive, even those incapable of apologizing. Cry before God in prayer for grace, if too difficult to forgive them, instead of carrying them around while they drain you emotionally, even to the point of depression. When we forgive, we take back control of our own mental and emotional state. We choose to no longer be controlled by the actions and words of others. You owe it to yourself to live a life unburdened by past transgressions and filled with love, joy, and peace. Release the dead weights, jettison them, live free and happy. Ephesians 4, verse 32, and be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake hath forgiven you. For in forgiving others, we are but reflecting the divine mercy and love that God has so graciously bestowed upon us. Let the peace of Christ reign in your heart. Please, make peace with Jesus Christ.